Hi, everybody. I'm Bran, and I love Lifetime movies.
I'm Patrick Serrano, and I'm a Lifetime movie expert.
I'm Dan, and I despise Lifetime movies, and this is the Deck the Hallmark Podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast.
We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Well,
Welcome back.
why we did that.
Welcome back to another episode. Patrick's back, everybody. After the rave reviews that come anytime we do a Lifetime Game Show Palooza.
Wow.
We had to bring
I'm flattered.
We
So
had,
flattered.
People love the Lifetime Game Show Palooza.
They love it.
That's great. It's certainly never done on the fly and takes a lot of thought in.
Yeah, you put in a lot of
hard
work. Of course you do.
Now, you are going to be doing one at Bramblefest. I'm going to tell you now.
Did we announce that? Wow.
I'm telling
Big.
Well, I'm telling him, and if anybody else is
announced.
listening, that's fine.
That's right.
So just you can go ahead and work on it if you want to.
Okay. Oh, I got it. I've been saving up my clips all year.
I love that.
Saving them up all year.
He's been saving them up all year.
That's right.
It's great to be back here today. We're talking about the Nanny. Sees all, not that Nanny. Different Nanny.
Not
It
Fran
would be
Mm. Not Fran.
So much better if it was Fran
really
Drescher
would
in the
have.
titular role.
Oh,
I don't know what you said, but it
give
wasn't
it one
titular.
more go.
You said titcher. I don't know what that
Well,
is. Titular. It's like
I
pitcher with a T.
subtracted a syllable, but
It's the
Yeah.
titular role.
she'd be like, Mr. Sheffield, I see it all. That's pretty good, right?
That's not bad. I like that.
Do the laugh. If you do the laugh, I feel like we'd have it, right?
I can't do the laugh.
Yeah, you said I can't do the laugh and immediately did it. It was a full "don't make me sing" moment. I can't do the laugh.
Gotta do a DNA test, all right? That's what happens in
Yes.
this movie. DNA
Oh
test.
yeah, there is a DNA test. We will get to it. It's so good.
What's going on at Lifetime right now? What's the theme?
Lifetime is very heavily in the ripped from the headlines.
I feel
Summer.
like they're always there.
Which is
We-
not
we-
what we're doing. We're doing a Lifetime movie
No.
network movie.
Mhm.
It's just kind of like
Yeah, because
silly,
The ripped from the headlines are too scary and
sad
you know, we
sometimes.
can't- and sad and real. They're real life. This
They're ripped from the
Nanny
headlines.
Sees all is not real life. It's fiction.
The nannies don't actually see all.
They don't see all.
They see some.
They see some.
Mhm.
They
They
see
don't see
Saw.
all. Did they see Saw?
Right.
That's a great point. See Saw 2. I don't know.
I don't know.
Shall we dive into it?
Yes. Okay.
I feel like
The
we're diving
Nanny
into it quickly, but that's because we wasted all the good stuff
We
about.
talked a lot about feet before this
talked about
started.
feet.
We talked
It was a lot.
pre-recording. We did.
We do. We
was a
talked
lot.
about.
But you know that makes us ready to just jump.
Yeah,
in.
we're ready to jump in.
We're
People
ready
don't
to jump
want
right in. They
the
don't need that.
nonsense.
They
They
don't
want to
need the
know
nonsense.
what
No.
has the nanny seen.
Does
Yeah,
she see
usually people are like, "Oh, this banter, oh, it's going," and they're like, "Get to the movie." So now we're just going to do it.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's do it.
Give you what you want.
That's right.
So, The Nanny Sees All. It stars Golden Madison, which is a great name.
Great name.
Golden Madison. Hey, everybody, I'm
Mhm.
Golden.
Yeah.
Julia Borisilio.
Yes.
I doubt it.
Chris Volti.
Your
And-
commitment to not looking at these ahead of time is like
Chris Volti.
is so impressive.
Usually, I like have Siri speak it.
That's
Timmy-
Julia Borsellino.
There we go.
Yeah. I'm seeing a bunch of people that aren't the people. Golden
There,
Madison
yeah.
there.
I pulled them out. And Lisa Langlos.
Chris Violette.
Violette. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And there's a kid. There's a kid in this movie.
Yeah,
We got
Austin Curtis.
kid.
Austin Curtis.
Yeah.
He's a star.
Good kid.
I would
kid.
say
This was-
Lisa's either Lisa Langlois. I don't know. That's tough. Lois. Langlois.
Right.
What's the
Louise?
kid's name again?
See?
Austin
It's not
Curtis.
so
Austin. If you're listening to this, you did a great job, buddy. Great
Awesome.
job in this movie.
Great.
Austin, you are the best kid actor since Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Whoa.
An early
It's a scalding take coming in from Serrano. Oh my goodness.
early in the running for Kid of the Year.
Kid of the Year.
I know.
You guys are saying some
Yeah.
big things.
I know we're
right
halfway
now.
through the year, but early in the running for Kid of the Year.
Early?
Did a
Yeah.
great job.
Yep.
You're
All
not
right.
agreeing with the Olsen take, though, right?
Well, I don't know what to do about that.
That's
Sometimes Patrick says stuff. You just gotta kind of
Yeah.
roll with
Hey,
it. What
Okay.
Patrick's trying to say is early in the running for Kid of the
Early
Year.
running. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Kid of the
right.
Year. Got it.
So speaking of early in the movie starts out
Nicely
with
done.
a murder right away. We get a murder right away. We don't see the murder. We see the like after effects of the murder, which is a little unusual. We see like the detective, like he's all grisly and going to the autopsy, like very CSI, like lifting up a
Yep.
Body
lipstick
bag.
or- I don't know what.
I gotta be honest, I had no idea what was going on at the start of this movie. I was like, what's happening with this crime scene?
Yeah. I mean, Lifetime doesn't do crime scene, and it doesn't do crime scene well.
No.
Well, it should though, right?
Wow.
It should do those two things like decently. Does it not?
No, never. It's always like you don't get enough information or hardly anything. You just see a dead body and a detective being like, what's this about?
What could
is
have
it?
happened here?
What is it? And I didn't know who this person was, which I know is the point, is to set up the movie. But I just was like, what is this?
What is
they
it?
didn't do it good. They didn't do it.
For our purposes, that dead body is a woman named Yasmin. okay?
Yasmin.
And
Remember that name.
Yasmin-
100%
Yes.
reason.
Got it.
Yasmin was the nanny, of the titular, the nanny, but she died. Okay, so we're gonna be replacing a nanny. in
This
movie.
nanny did not see all.
Got it.
Didn't see it coming.
She didn't see it coming.
No.
So we flash to my favorite 4 months later, just like pops up 4 months
It's
later.
4 months later. What more
Love
do you
that.
need?
We meet Grace. Grace is our star. Grace
Goldie.
is,
Golden.
living in Philly. She eats what are those Philly cheesesteaks? She
Yeah,
eats them
that's
all
what
the
they eat in Philly. Yeah.
all the time. She's goes back to her hometown, leaves her boyfriend behind, or maybe
Husband.
husband behind.
Husband.
Wow.
Very key husband.
Very
Leaves
key.
her husband behind and goes to her old hometown. Her best friend Andrea owns the coffee shop in town. I thought Andrea was going to be a big deal in this movie from the
Dude,
how
Andrea
much-
sucks. I hated Andrea.
Andrea has she's very much in the first scene and then you never see her again. But she has her own shop. It's called Andrea's. She's super rude to the staff. Like in my notes, like she's like, "Get us a coffee right now."
And don't worry,
She didn't.
that person's not going to say a word.
No.
That's the
And
rule. You
she-
don't talk to her. You don't talk to Andrea.
No.
You just gotta
Well,
nod.
and Andrea doesn't know your name.
No.
Andrea's just like, "Hey, you, get us this.
Get
Hey,
us
you,
2
get me that."
coffees, quick.
Yes.
But you know,
So-
sometimes
We don't yell. We don't yell for drinks around
You know
here ever.
how sometimes though, like you got a friend you haven't seen in a while is coming into town. You want to impress them. You know, you bring them to your cafe and you order 2 coffees.
That's right.
And he's
That's
like, bring
how
them
you do
out.
it. Yeah,
I
bring
own the
'em out.
plate. Bring them out.
Yeah, it was definitely that.
Yeah.
She was showing off.
She was showing
She's
off.
showing
big,
off. That's
big
right.
time.
That's what
And
Brian does when he
she
gets
is-
his drinks around here.
Yep.
Right. She's the exposition queen of this movie. She goes through so much and so quickly. We learn there's an unsolved murder in town. Yasmin's dead. Her brother Craig is fighting to keep the search going for Yasmin because the police don't care. The killer is on the loose. And the mayor of the town is an old acquaintance of Grace's.
Yes.
And he's hot. And he had Yasmin as his nanny, so he needs a summer replacement nanny, and our friend Andrea is going to hook up Grace with a summer job.
That's
why
right.
she's in town.
Now there was one other nanny who we will meet soon that had been the nanny for the 4 months post death. So she's not the first nanny to
Not
take
the first
over.
one.
She's the second.
Yeah.
Right. So they're getting a little over this turnover. You know, they want to get somebody, but they're just going to have to take Grace for the summer. Grace used to be a teacher, very passionate teacher. She loves students and she loves projects at school, like family trees.
She loves family trees. She's big
big
on
family
family
tree.
trees. Yes.
I don't even know if it was an assignment for school. She just like meets the kid and she's like, "Hey, let's do a family tree."
Okay.
And-
So I will
Great.
give a little information. It was No. It was a project for school, but it was her idea. It was
She
like
didn't go up
a
and just go, let's do a family tree.
in a sense she did, but so he has a project that he's supposed to be working on that's basically like do whatever you want projects.
It's
you
a
know?
do whatever you want project.
And she recommends, hey, for the do whatever you want project, we should do family tree. I did that with my students all the time. They love them. And he talks about The reason why she throws out family tree is the kid talks about how he loves pizza. He's Italian, like his dad, and they love their pizza.
So why don't we do family
Why don't we
tree?
do family tree?
That's right.
Find out more about
Yeah,
that.
no, of course.
Yeah, very proud Italian.
Yes.
Loving that pizza.
What do you
Loving
think's
the
gonna
Mario
What do you think's gonna
Brothers.
be on the DNA test?
Loving the Mario Brothers.
What do you think's gonna be on the DNA test now?
100% that B.
Is that B Italian?
No, of course
Oh,
not. No, not even a little bit.
Okay.
No, 0%
Well-
that B.
Well, don't worry because Grace like actually sends out for like a 23andMe kit or something. Like,
Yeah.
she puts in the order like right when she starts work before she even like meets anybody. She just like orders that on, I don't know, I guess their website. do people still do these? I thought we agreed they were bad.
There was one like data breach, right? There's another
Right.
company that still see. I'm pretty sure
Ancestry.
Ancestry still does advertisements. Like there's still a thing that they're doing it still.
It's always
Oh,
risky
great.
to put your blood out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your blood's out
Yeah.
there. Anyone could do anything
It's
with
your
it.
spit.
They could frame
You
you.
can do your spit.
There's spit. They
I
could frame
think
you.
it's not a good idea. I've never done one, and I never will do one.
I bet
so
there's
there you
somebody who works for a company like this, and I'm not going to say which one because then they could sue me.
That's right.
That
Smart.
is
Streets
like
ahead.
is a psychopath that is like a murderer, and they just take swabs and they like pour it on people's like toothbrushes or something to frame them.
I did one of
go.
these.
Sure.
A murder?
Not a murder.
You
I didn't
framed
do one
someone?
of the murders. No, I did one of the DNA tests. Somebody,
Great.
Yeah.
someone I know had a free one and gave it to me.
Gave you the free
Oh,
DNA
no.
test.
Gave me the free DNA, and I did it. No, it was
tricked
it
you.
was one of the reputable.
Your
I think it
blood's
was
out there.
Ancestry. My spit's out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out I'm
Dan.
white and European. I know it's going to come as a shock to a lot of people out there who are thinking maybe I don't know, but it turns out basically white and European.
And you did the murder.
I did not do a
Right.
murder. No.
Definitely not Italian.
No.
Not Italian.
Not Italian.
But you like pizza, so it's
I
confusing.
love pizza, and it is
Because
confusing.
this movie's really pushing
That's
this
right.
Italian
Pizza
agenda.
is just for Italians.
Yeah, I do like pizza too. Okay. So
What are you?
The mayor's
What are you?
What are you?
Yeah, like what? You ever done one of these? What's your
No,
breakdown?
But allegedly, I'm half Ecuadorian, half Irish.
Allegedly.
I
don't
can't
have the
believe you
DNA to
just
back it
asked
up.
someone point blank, "What are you?"
Well, we're just having fun
It's
here.
that's what are you doing?
I wanted to know what his breakdown was.
What
Breakdown.
are you?
It flows within the conversation.
That's right.
I've been stopped in the pool mid-lap for somebody to say, oh, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Chicago. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?"
that's my wife.
No,
my
no,
wife
where-
loves that one. She always is like Wisconsin.
That's right.
right. Yeah.
Every time she's like Wisconsin, and then she just keeps moving.
But Patrick doesn't
Yeah.
have his blood out there, so that's
I don't.
good.
I don't have my blood out there either. I want to be very clear.
You got your blood
So
out there.
Spit out there. That's it.
Okay, well,
All right. So
try some back.
DNA test really got us sidetracked, but that's good because
tend
it's a
to.
big plot point. Big
Yes.
plot point. So Grace moves into the home. She meets the mother, the Mayor Alex's mother. Her name's Vivian. She's very snobby.
yeah,
Right from the get-go.
She's mean.
And she's mean and snobby, and she like has a like shawl that she's like whipping around. You know.
Yeah, and they want you to think that she's done it. She's bad, right?
Yeah,
like
they
she's
do.
the early like, oh yeah, she hates everybody that they bring into this house, so she probably kills. Gets her
There's
blood. and then,
also Chef Colin.
Chef
who is
Colin.
shout out Chef
the
Colin.
chef
Yeah.
for the house, and a housekeeper named Louise.
Okay, got it.
Okay, those are three people that we meet right away. We get a warning from Colin pretty early on, and he says, "Stay on Vivian's good side because she runs things in this household. She is the boss."
Okay.
So we know that Alex's mother, Vivian, is going to be crazy, or is she?
Or is she?
Or is she?
So Grace and her friend, who I already forgot their name, they meet the previous nanny at a restaurant. Her name's Victoria, and she's like, "Hey, you need to be careful with this family because the mother is like overbearing, and I just didn't really like working there, and you need to be careful." And she's meaner than that, but
Yeah, you made her sound really nice.
I know. She says it in a mean way. And she's also Yasmin's best friend. Former best
Oh,
friend.
interesting, huh?
Huh.
Yeah.
Yasmin, got to keep that in mind. You told me that earlier.
I said it.
Right. So just as Victoria is, spilling the tea, saying like, Yasmin's her friend's dead, she's sad. She goes for a casual kayak.
That's what she likes to
It's
do.
a casual kayak.
She likes the
situation.
kayak.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she is pulling up to the house. I guess the house is close to a river or something. I
Yeah,
don't know what
it
you
is.
kayak on.
It's a body of water at the very least.
Yeah, I think we can definitely narrow it down to water.
Got it.
yeah, there's water in the backyard.
She's like parking the boat. You know how you have to like pull the boat in.
Yeah, you
got to
park.
Classic.
And you see
Park
the camera
that
like
boat.
kind of looking through the trees,
Uh-huh.
and suddenly Victoria, the woman who was just warning Grace to be careful, gets bashed in the head with a rock. Very much a dummy floating in the water, being like smashed with like a rock.
Yeah.
Very dummy in a life jacket.
And all I'm trying to think while I'm watching this is like, is that like an old person? Like, is that the mom? Is that the mayor's mom? Because that's the person who you immediately suspect because she hates everybody.
She hates everybody.
She hates everybody. And I would say that the hit was done with a bit more force.
Okay, so you're narrowing her out.
I was like, that seems to be a little bit more than what the mom could do, but I don't know.
Okay,
I mean, yeah,
great.
you have to tackle this person and put them in the water, and then
There was a
like,
lot.
hit them with the-
There was
I
a
mean,
lot
it's-
of moving
it's a
parts
lot.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the killer's also dressed in all black in the middle of the day, which is my favorite Lifetime thing.
So
I'm
much
like,
so.
why are we
Perfect.
just
Yeah.
committing to the all black? Whatever.
It's hot out there.
So, of course, the body is like floating right by the house. Andy, our kid, gets his Oscar-winning moment.
I thought the mayor's name was Andy.
I thought the mayor's name was Alex.
Oh, Andy and Alex, 2A names.
Oh yeah, that gets him every time.
It does.
Yeah.
They're the same person.
So Andy is the kid. He's like, "Hey Grace, let's go outside and play soccer.
Yeah.
I'm a soccer star. I'm a Cristiano Ronaldo."
Nailed
Nice-
it.
nice
You want to know
and
what's
done.
crazy
Yeah.
about this is that they left the house early that day to play soccer before school.
That is wild. What a weird
Nuts.
time and place to be in life.
They're like, "You're leaving early today," and she's like, "Yeah, you wanted to get a little soccer in before school," and so I told him we'd leave early. It's crazy. It's nuts.
Right?
yeah, I
Yeah.
just don't know a
So
world where I'm doing
he's
that
running
before
with
school.
the soccer. He's running to the soccer ball, and of course he kicks the soccer ball over into the marsh or whatever, and he sees the dead body, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, a dead body!" And it's like a tight shot on his face. He's like, "Oh my god!"
This is
It
the
was
kid
so
who's the
good. It
best
was
child
Kid of the year.
actor since the Olsons.
Kid of the
Yeah.
year.
I laughed out loud. It was so good.
Love
Okay.
Kid of the year.
It was
He's great.
so great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin Curtis.
So
Austin
funny.
Curtis, big fear on his
Uh,
face.
Yes, and it was just like it didn't need to be there, which was what made it so great. It was like we're just gonna insert this little shot here of this kid just like, hey, imagine like on set, you're like, hey, okay, so give me your I just saw a dead body face, and the kid's like, I don't know, I'm like 7. What
We
the hell?
haven't gotten to that one in class yet, but I'll give it a whirl.
Right. Yeah.
And he
I don't
crushed
have
it.
this. He did. He didn't have the sense memory to pull that memory
Right.
back, but
He's doing the best he can with
okay.
what he
Doing
the
has,
best he
you know?
can with what he
That's all
has,
can
that's
do.
right.
yes, it was so good. The detective rules the death and accidents, so we're all good. No one's gonna be charged with murder. But Grace is, she's rattled. She's like, this person was just trying to warn me, and now this person's dead. Right? That can't be good.
No. No.
No. It's a red flag.
It's a red flag.
And they see Chef Colin, going into Victoria's house late at night. So they're like, oh, something's going on here.
And you know what? I think he was looking for something. You want to know what I thought he was looking for?
What's that?
A break.
Oh, I see what you did there.
And I think he found one because we're going to take it. We
Oh,
took
cool.
it from him. I don't know. I tried.
That's a homework.
I got lost a little bit there.
You did a great job
In
to
the
start.
middle of it. Thank you, Colin, so much for that break, bud. Appreciate it.
Yeah, he found it, and then
So
we took it. And
so
then we're back
they
to Colin.
yes. So they see Colin sneaking into
Sneaking in to
her
her
house,
house.
and she just died. So Why? And he has a key.
Shady.
Has a key.
Shady doings.
Has a key.
Think he did a murder.
He shouldn't be going into dead people's houses.
No.
He just shouldn't.
No
Not in the
leave
dead
it
of
alone.
night, at
No
the
way,
very
no how.
least.
I mean, the murder happened in the middle of the day, so we got a timeline to keep track of, right?
That's right.
So Grace comes back to the mansion after the day with the detective, and she overhears Emily is the mother. We haven't talked about her. She's the mayor's wife.
The mayor's wife.
She's fighting with Vivian, the mayor's mother, because Victoria was pregnant. So yeah, so they're arguing about that, and it's not looking good. Not looking good.
Great.
And I thought that they were, at first I was like, are they alluding to the mayor of like having an affair with the nanny? But then we get Colin, who's going in the house. Is it Colin's kid? I don't know.
Boy.
Yeah, that's kind of, everybody's like, well, whose baby was this?
That's
if
right.
only there was a test that we could do to check and see what
If they should love pizza or not.
Yeah, if they should, if they're allowed to.
But they don't go that way. So Grace calls her husband. She's like, hey, husband, back in Philly eating a Philly cheesesteak. I'm really worried about all the murders in this town. There was a murder that brought me here, and now there's a murder that my little what do you call him when you're the nanny?
The nanner.
I don't think
What do
it's
you
the
call-
nanner.
What do you call the kids when you're the nanny? Yeah,
The
I don't
kid.
think
The
there's a name for that.
child,
The
right?
child.
Just the kid.
We'll call him the nanner, so I
we
think
will
that's
not
fun.
call him the nanner.
Let's start it.
And the
You got the
husband's
nanny
kinda like,
and you got the nanners.
yes, I love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you. I'm glad someone does. I'm glad someone respects my ideas around here.
Well, that one was a bad one.
Well,
So the husband's like, I guess I could come to town if people are getting murdered and you're scared.
Yeah, I guess I can
I'll
make
think
my
about
way
it.
there. Yep.
I got a lot going
I'm
on
really,
though.
I'm really busy.
I'm
Yeah, I
always
got
in
a
a
lot of work.
tie, so it's like any time of the day I got a tie on, so it's like I'm pretty a lot going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. It's tough.
That is
Tough
his,
out there.
That's
It's
his
tough.
vibe.
Yeah.
So our rugged detective comes back. He is kind of, there's obviously a killer on the loose, so he's trying to like get an intel. I don't know where my notes are going.
Well, and everybody, he's going to their house because everybody who's dying is in some way, shape, or form in association with this family. So it's definitely worth looking into the family.
For sure.
Definitely
Yeah.
worth looking into the family.
Yes, and also Grace gets a text saying to mind your business and like don't look into this.
Mind your business.
That's the number one sign you should probably look into it.
Yeah, you
right?
Right.
Why would you send
And-
that text?
The detective traces the text, and the text is coming from someone
Inside
the
the
house.
house.
Yes.
I knew it. I almost said it
Or-
and beat you to it.
Or a 3-mile radius.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not as fun.
But what I love about this is she finds out that the text could be coming from inside the house, and she walks downstairs and there's a party, and she's like, "It could be anyone."
And then
Or
we
could
hear it's a
be-
3-mile radius.
Yeah, or
and
a
it's
3-mile
like, okay,
radius.
well, it literally could be anyone in that 3-mile radius.
Could be anybody.
Yeah.
So at the party, Colin is like slammed. He's in the weeds. He's got, crab cakes to put out or
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, you
he's
get
got
it.
chef into chef.
And he's like, Grace, can you run to this creepy food pantry that's like in the basement and like very scary looking and grab me some Jameson. I don't know what he's
You got to get something from the pantry.
Of course.
something. So she goes down. Of course, she gets locked in. She's like, help me, help. And Louise, the
It's a classic
housekeeper-
lock from the inside pantry.
Yeah.
Whiskey pantry.
There's nothing we can
There's
do.
nothing we can do.
The
You're in
pantry
there,
locks
you're
from the
stuck.
inside. Don't close the
Don't
door.
close the door.
Louise, the housekeeper, she hears she's going downstairs, and then suddenly someone like pushes her, and she falls down the stairs and dead.
Oh my
Dies.
gosh.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Wow.
Grace passes out. She ends up in the hospital. I guess she didn't get enough air in the thing. And
How did they get her
husband
out
is
of there? How they find her?
I don't know. They didn't.
Okay.
They just kind of skipped that. She's in the hospital. Like after a commercial, she's in the hospital. Her husband's by her side, but he has to go because so he has a really important meeting. He can't stay.
Well, he's got a tie.
no, he's got a tie on.
He's got a tie on.
I mean, can he come to town? I guess if he has to, if there's murders and stuff, but I mean, he can't stay. That's crazy.
Yeah. He's like, oh, you're awake? Great. I got to go.
Got to meet
See
you
you later.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Love you.
So
Got a tie
when Grace is getting back out of the hospital and everything, Colin approaches her in the middle of the night, and he's kind of freaking her out. She's like thinking like he killed Louise, and he was the one who sent her down to the pantry. He might.
She's very suspicious of Colin.
Yeah, and he's being like, "Oh no, it's not me. It's Vivian. It's the mother. She's obviously like trying to kill because that girl was pregnant." But Grace doesn't know who to believe.
No,
she's so confused.
Yes.
Then she has a nightmare.
No.
Did you write about the nightmare?
I didn't write about it because I'm using your notes, but yeah. So there is a nightmare, but you don't know it's a nightmare at the time. She wakes up and she walks.
Oh, it's one of those situations.
And Colin's there, and Colin's got a knife.
Yep.
And then it's a battle, and then it's a dream. So it was pretty.
Yeah.
It was pretty pointless.
Pretty boring.
It was pointless, but I really believed this one. I was like, oh yeah.
Oh wow, it got you.
It got me, and I was like, I'm so annoyed. Lifetime, why do you always get me with these dreams? How do I never know?
Well, and they didn't even do the thing where, like, sometimes with dreams, you like make it fuzzy or like add a glow to it or something. Like, it's not real or something, but it just looked normal. It's a dream.
Womp womp.
It's a dream.
Yes. What else is a dream is that our favorite kid actor of the year is back.
Kid of the year, baby.
Kid of the year.
Austin Curtis.
He mentions that he can access Colin's iPad because he plays games on his iPad and he knows the password. So he pulls it up, and Grace is like, oh, let me go snooping. They're like looking through all his stuff, like looking through his digital files, his everything. And we learn that Victoria and Colin were dating.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So they were sending some sultry texts.
Sultry texts.
We find a gun also. Always.
And there was a
gun. Is not good.
But there were also, in the midst of the sultry text, there was also like the, hey, don't talk to me anymore text. Like right before she dies, there's text like, hey, don't talk to me anymore. Like that type of stuff. So it's not good. Yeah. It's not good.
Right.
Doesn't look great.
You always see the bad. I try to see the good.
Patrick saw the sultry text. You saw the don't talk to me text.
I saw the one that made it look like he committed murder.
Murder.
But, yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. There was some of that in there for sure.
And Vivian gets in on this too. The mom, they do like a co-snooping mission. They're starting to work together because she thinks Colin.
Classic.
She thinks, yeah. So we learn that Vivian's probably not the killer. She's just like a snob.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
And she kind of takes a liking to Grace, which is nice because that makes me think that Grace isn't going to die.
Right.
Which
exactly.
I like.
Well, remember the unauthorized DNA kit that Grace sent on behalf of a minor?
I do remember that. Yes. The kid that loves pizza.
The results.
Oh no.
We get the results, and it is 69.8% European.
Okay.
0% Italian.
0% Italian. Very important.
So that 69.8% European doesn't include the part of Europe that is Italy.
No. Northwestern Europe.
I got you. All right.
I don't know where all the numbers come from because we don't get them all. We just get the Northwestern Europeans 47.6%.
Okay.
Which is broken down further. French and German 38.3%.
Okay.
And then British and Irish 9.3%. Southern European 0%.
0%.
You hate to see it.
He's not Italian.
He's not Italian, which means he's not even. Which means the mayor's not his dad.
Yeah, but to be 0%. The mathematical odds on that are just staggering. To be all European, but not.
So let me get your early thoughts here, Dan. Who do you think is the birth parents?
Colin.
Who's Colin?
Isn't Colin the guy?
Chef. The chef.
Yeah, Chef Colin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I'm going with.
All right, we're locking in Colin.
Okay, Colin, lock it.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
Final answer.
I probably would have been, I would have leaned Colin. I think Colin makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Colin is pretty hot too. So
Colin's
he'd be a
pretty
good
hot,
bet.
too.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so Emily, the mother, learns about the DNA test, and she is freaked out. She's like, well, I didn't approve this. This is my kid. Like, you shouldn't really be running these things.
By the way,
also-
for what it's worth, she, what's her name? Is the lead. Grace does say that Alex signed off on it.
Okay.
There was some
Okay.
paperwork, and he signed
Good to
it,
know.
which he would do if he thought there when anything come
That's
back.
right. Yeah.
He's Italian. He likes
He's
pizza.
Italian. He likes pizza.
He likes
That's
pizza.
put 2 and 2 together there, gang.
Right. But Emily is really freaking out because this DNA test not only disproves that Alex isn't the mayor, Alex isn't the father. She admits that she had a affair with a man on a business trip.
Uh-oh.
And it was right around the time she got pregnant. It was 10 years ago.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Dan.
and-
Is there anybody that you know that does business?
Oh, the guy with the tie.
And who's the guy with the tie?
He's the guy with the tie. He's never around. He says, I can't make it. I'll come in if there's murders.
Grace's
Yeah.
husband.
Yeah, yeah.
Grace's
her
husband.
Business guy.
And
He's got a tie.
Yeah.
business guy.
Emily's telling all of this, and Grace is like, hold on, I got to call my husband. And he's like, oh, yeah, we were like kind of dating. We weren't really dating. Like, it was like right before we met. It was just like a one night thing. And it's crazy. It's like, Grace is like, what the heck? This is unreal, right?
For what it's worth, by the way, she got a second. She asked them to rerun the numbers.
Rerun the test. I want to
because-
make sure.
And
Don't want to
and
have
she
a my
didn't-
Christmas family tree situation. On
she
our
didn't
hands.
draw the conclusion like we did that is her business husband, because why would she? They don't know each other. But when they rerun it again, they tie he already had his information. They kept the blood.
You kept
That's what I'm trying to say. They keep your blood on
Yeah.
file.
Or spit. I'm
And
just saying.
or spit. And so that's when they tell, hey, here's who the father is. They tell her, Grace, who the father is, and that's when it's confirmed.
Got it.
And
Right.
she's like, how do they even know each other? Patrick?
Yeah. Well,
Well,
yes. So Emily knows that Alex isn't the father. She knew it was that guy. And she doesn't want the information to get out into the world, right? So she gets, the gun that we saw earlier.
yeah.
Pops that out.
Pops it out.
Is there a knife? I don't know. I don't remember.
There's a knife. There is a knife.
Okay. She has a knife and she's like telling Grace like all this. She's like, okay, I covered everything up and I killed everybody and I was trying to frame Colin and plant the gun and all this stuff. And she also killed the housekeeper because she knew too much. And it's like, Emily, like you've gone too far.
Why did she kill Victoria? No.
Because
Yes.
yeah, well, you're right. Why did she kill Victoria? It makes sense why she killed Yasmin because Yasmin was. Oh wait, there's so many people that she killed.
Right. She killed Yasmin because she figured out that it's Yasmin that she was having the affair with the mayor, right?
The mayor, yeah. Yasmin
I don't
was
know.
having the
And
affair.
Victoria and Colin really were together, right?
They were.
So I don't know why she killed Victoria.
Collateral damage. Sometimes just go on a killing spree, Just make sure you got them all.
Maybe she
Yeah.
maybe she figured out that Emily is the one that killed Yasmin because she was her friend. She was best friends with
I don't
Yasmin.
know personally about that. I'm just saying.
You said it with a lot of authority. That makes sense, though. Yasmin was having an affair with her husband, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
she kills Yasmin,
Yep.
right? Victoria, who for some reason they decided to hire Yasmin's best friend to be the replacement nanny.
Nope. Not important.
My guess is that she figured out that Emily was the killer. She then kills her. And then when she found out that she was having a thing with Colin, she was like, perfect, I can frame Colin. Didn't anticipate the DNA test. Didn't anticipate the DNA
Didn't see it
test.
coming.
the DNA test throws everything off.
It does. They
Ruins
have
her
your blood.
plan. They start fighting. The ladies, are struggling over the gun or knife or whatever it is, and the mayor runs in. He's like, "Stop fighting over me!" Emily gets arrested. She gets put on trial. All that stuff, and then we flash to a year later.
Okay.
Grace is pregnant with the business husband. They're still together, and Andy is going to be a big half brother.
That's right. Because it is important to note that the affair happened before he and Grace were married.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So it was an affair on Emily's end, and obviously he was a part of it, but it wasn't a double.
wasn't
it
a
wasn't
double
a double
affair.
affair. It's a single affair.
Single affair.
So not that Grace couldn't have stayed either way, but I'm just
Yeah.
I thought it might be important.
She was
Just to clarify.
very forgiving.
Yes.
Given the circumstances. I mean, I didn't think he was that great of a husband, but hey,
He's got a good job.
Yeah, he's
You know, he's got a tie.
Yeah.
You're right.
The
You're
ties
right. There are other
work.
things.
Listen, the ties work.
The ties play.
The ties
I
play.
guess you're right. Well, and that's pretty much the movie.
That's the movie.
Wow. Nanny does
I'm
see
very
all.
thankful that Bran broke down the murder reasonings at the end there.
I was confused.
I could be wrong, but that was my understanding of it.
I mean, it wasn't clear. We just,
Stop selling the movie, guys, please.
And I'm sure it probably was clear. Like,
Could have
I don't
been a
know if you
mannequin
know this
situation
about
all over
us,
again.
Patrick. We don't have the best resume.
You're right. You're right. I watched this movie in May, and
In May.
It's gonna be.
Wow. It's weeks ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now it's time for Put a Cork in It or Pour It Up,
Yep.
where we decide what we're going to do to this movie based on the imagination of Dan and what Bran and I actually saw. So we'll start with Dan, since you didn't see the movie. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to put a cork in it. It just seems kind of like a lot for not a lot. I don't know how else to describe this. There's like a lot more character motivations that you two at least weren't very sure of. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's for me. I think I'm gonna put a cork in it. That's what I'm doing. Put a cork in it. Kid actor aside, obviously, who kid of the year according to you guys?
Early.
Right.
Early. Halfway through.
Early.
Yes.
We have Christmas season to get through where lots of kids come.
Lots. Yeah, of course.
A lot of kids.
Okay, Bran?
I'm also going to put a cork in this one. It was a bit clunky to me. I still am not totally sure about motivation. It just seems like for someone to go from never killing to killing a lot in such a short amount of time. And she's like handling it really well. Like there was a lot going on there, but then also like it just was like the mayor's mom being really mean for no reason until she doesn't have to be anymore for the sake of the plot. That didn't work for me. But I did really like this lead, the golden lead.
Golden, yeah.
She was really great. The kid was really great in a just okay movie. I enjoyed watching it, but for the sake of the program, I'm going to put a cork in it.
Makes sense. So for me, I'm going to pour it up.
Okay.
Because this was, for like a Lifetime movie, we get a lot of these very complicated plots. At least this one was watchable and like enjoyable. And like I haven't laughed out loud at a Lifetime movie in quite a while as I did at this one. Just for like the audacity of like the director to like show the kid like literally getting his mouth swabbed with like the whatever. Like we didn't need that in there. That was just ridiculous. The crazy shots of like the dead body, like the floating mannequin. It was just like all I don't want to say not done well, but
sounds like that's what you want to say.
Done on a budget. Let's say it's done on a budget where it makes the choices really funny. Because I can see the constraints of the budget, and it just makes me laugh to what people have to do to get a movie done.
Fair enough.
There you go.
He poured it up. Look at that.
He poured it up. There you go, everybody. Another Lifetime movie in the books.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Jodie Sweetin one coming out later this month. Is that right?
Yeah.
He tried to fool us when the
incel.
game
Tried
show
to fool
Palooza.
us.
That's right.
That's right. So you can check
Yeah, I
out lifetimeuncorked.com for all of Patrick's reviews. He's the best in the biz.
You know, I'm one of the only lifetime ones, right?
He's the only
There's
in
not
the
that many.
biz.
He's the only in the biz, the best and only.
Yes. I'm the lifetime expert by default.
That's right. We love you, buddy. Thanks for coming. We'll be back next time with another one. Until then, maybe the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmarks, a Bramble Jam podcast, is produced by Erin Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.